Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Dakota's Political Circle. And today I want to talk to you about how Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, has officially resigned as the Prime Minister because of a lot of things, which I'll get into. But Justin Trudeau, if you know who he is, he's been the Prime Minister of Canada for many years, and to Trump supporters like myself, we despise Justin Trudeau. He's probably one of the worst prime ministers out of any country there is, and he is very annoying with the way he presents himself, thinking he's better than everything when it comes to Trump. And finally, after so much pushback in a lot of ways from his own parliament to, also from Trump as well because of the tariffs, he is resigning because of it, which is good because Justin Trudeau was expected to be the president for a little while. I can't remember when the next election was, but I do know that it was going to be a little while from now, so it is good to know that he is resigning. But let me read to you why he's resigning and stuff like that. So Justin Trudeau has announced he intends to resign as the Liberal Party leader and Prime Minister once a new party leader is determined. I intend to resign as the party leader as Prime Minister after the party selects its next leader through a robust nationwide competitive process. Trudeau will serve as Prime Minister until March 24th. He will then be replaced by a new Liberal Party leader. So don't think of it as like a new election is coming because of it like right now. So it's basically going to be a replacement from his party, so not really much of a great replacement anyway. But the Canadian Parliament was supposed to begin its new session of 2025 on January 27th, but Trudeau said Monday he asked the Governor General to extend and not start a new session until March 24th, which makes sense because he's resigning. Trudeau spoke in both English and French during his remarks and said he shared the news with his children. Trudeau said he believes his resignation will bring down the temperature and allow Parliament to reset and get back to work for Canadians. I think the main reason he's doing this is because of his party. The Liberal Party in Canada is so low right now. I believe it's like in the 20%. And it is very low with support, especially because of Justin Trudeau. And I think a big reason he resigned is because of that. I think it's a big reason why he ended up resigning, because the Conservative Party is light years ahead of them right now because of how unpopular they are. So it makes sense why he's trying to reset it, So he says like the Parliament needs a reset. That's the main reason why he's doing this. And then Pierre Poilievre, this is the opposition Conservative Party, he responded saying it was a political maneuver and dismissing it as a trick, which I think is true. I think that's accurate. I think it is a political maneuver because guaranteed if Justin Trudeau ended up going all the way until the next election, guaranteed his party would have got destroyed by the Conservative Party. So it makes sense why he's doing it. I also think it's because of Trump as well, because of the tariffs Trump wants to put down, and basically Trudeau, when he responded to Trump, all he did was like he didn't comply. He more or less kept telling Trump, please don't do this. We're going to be destroyed as a nation if you do stuff like this. Instead of negotiating with Trump, saying, oh well we'll bring down the illegal immigration, crime and stuff like that. Instead of negotiating, he just basically begged Trump, which basically pushed a lot of Canadians away. But Poilievre argued the entire Liberal Party is equally accountable for the series of poor decisions made through Trudeau's tenure, which I completely agree. This development comes a month after Canada's Deputy Prime Minister and Finance Minister Chrystia Freeland resigned from Trudeau's cabinet, a sign of apparent turmoil in the government. So yeah, it's just been a bunch of turmoil. In a letter to Prime Minister announcing her resignation, Freeland cited her differences with Trudeau on over how to deal with President-elect Donald Trump's tariff threat. So that's the big issue here. I think Trump basically got Trudeau to resign because Trudeau didn't know what to do. He basically did not know what to do. And it says basically Freeland was saying our country faces a grave challenge. The incoming administration in the United States is policy aggressive economic nationalism, including a threat for a 25% tariff. We need to take that extremely seriously. Building a true Canada response. Trump has proposed new tariffs on imports from Canada, the United States' third largest agricultural products, as well as China and Mexico. Trudeau traveled to Mar-a-Lago, Trump's private club in Florida, last month to meet with President-elect Trump. Trudeau told reporters at the time that his conversations with Trump went excellent, but did not respond. Trump on Monday said Trudeau resigned in part because of the tariffs, which I believe is completely true. Many people in Canada love being the 51st state. He's talking about Canada becoming the 51st state and stuff because of, a lot of implications. The United States can no longer suffer the massive trade deficits and subsidies that Canada needs to stay afloat, which I agree. And then, Joe Biden had to butt in and say he's grateful for Trudeau's partnership. Besides that, I don't think there's too much else to talk about in this. I'm just looking just in case anything else interesting here. From what I can tell, I don't think, other than it says the next federal election must be held by October 20th. So no matter what, the new prime minister of Canada will be held on October 20th. So no matter what, you're going to get a new leader in there. And this is what I was talking about. The Conservative Party holds a 21-point lead over the Liberals leading up to the federal election. So it makes sense why Trudeau is resigning. But as long as Trump pushes this tariff thing, I think the Conservative Party in Canada is probably going to end up winning anyway. And I know with this channel, we don't really talk about world politics much. The only reason I'm talking about it specifically is because it is with the U.S. as well. Just how I want to bring up this. So this was kind of what it was saying in the article. So Trump was renewing calls for Canada to merge with the U.S., mainly because, Justin Trudeau basically said Canada can't survive with the tariffs Trump wants to put down. And Trump's made a running joke, which honestly, in a way, I don't think he's actually joking, saying that we need them to be the 51st state because they are not going to be able to handle the United States' tariffs. And he said many people in Canada love being the 51st state. The United States can no longer suffer the massive trade deficits and subsidies that Canada needs to stay afloat. Justin Trudeau knew this and resigned, which is probably true. If Canada merged with the U.S., there would be no tariffs, taxes would go way down, and they would be totally secure from the threat of Russian and Chinese ships that are constantly surrounding them. Together, what a great nation it would be. Which in a way, that is true. If Trump put massive tariffs on Canada, it would hurt their economy significantly because we are massive trade partners with them. I believe 50% or more than 50% of their imports are coming from the United States, so it would be a huge impact to the Canadian economy. So I think I know that makes sense why Justin Trudeau resigned, because he's not going to be able to compete with that. Honestly, I'm surprised he just didn't bend the knee and tell Trump he would get everything under control, but instead he kind of panicked. I think it's mainly because of the election happening and he's just freaking out over it, so he just wanted to resign. And then also to bring this up, which is a video, you guys should be able to listen to it as well. So it says, Trump on Canada, why are we supporting a country with $200+ billion a year when our military is at their disposal? All these other things, they should be a state. That is what I told Trudeau when he came down, which I want to show you, just make you listen to it first. Okay, and I'll put it full screen, but if you guys can't see it, I will.
But why are we supporting a country 200 billion plus a year? Our military is at their disposal. All of these other things, they should be a state. That's why I told Trudeau when he came down, I said, what would happen if we didn't do it? He said Canada would dissolve. Canada wouldn't be able to function. But why are we...
Which, if Justin Trudeau was actually serious, which I'm assuming he probably was a little bit sarcastic, but also serious. But I do think if he was actually serious about that, Trump is right. We should probably just make them a state or a territory in a way, because, it would dramatically help the U.S., but also at the same time, in a way, it would help Canada as well. Now, would it probably happen? You don't really know. I'd say it's more possible that the Panama Canal and Greenland would be a part of the U.S. in the future, but I just don't see Canada going through with it. Even if we put massive trade tariffs against Canada, I still think even though they'd be very, very reluctant. I think if you did it long enough to where maybe like 10 years down the line, Canada would probably consider it because of how much they would be getting destroyed by tariffs. But considering Trump only has a 4-year term, I would say that the tariffs probably should just be for the illegal immigration and basically everything Trump said about the crime, illegal immigration, everything like that when it comes to Canada. I think that's how we should do it. Whoever gets put in next, I would say they should probably bend the knee because that's all you're going to really get. And if you don't bend the knee, you're going to be getting massive tariffs put on you by Trump. And it's going to be big tariffs. He could even go higher if he wanted to. He could do a 50% tariff if he really wanted to. He doesn't have to go with the 20% or more. He can go with 50. He can go with 70. Like there's some massive damage he could really do if he really wanted to, because he will be the U.S. president. But I did want to talk about this with you guys because, Justin Trudeau is resigning. I'm hoping that the Conservative Party in Canada does get elected. In a way, I think it'll, help Canada out, but it'll also help Trump out and the U.S. out, mainly because you'll have at least similar beliefs and you'll be able to communicate better. I think it's kind of like Japan. You know how Japan, they always have like a conservative leader, and Japan always works well with conservative presidents, especially Donald Trump. Especially with trade deals. So I think if the Conservative Party ends up winning in Canada in October, I do think the Conservative Prime Minister would do a way better job with Canada, but also, making a good negotiation with trade and also helping Trump out with everything he asked. I think that's a better thing Canada can do. When it comes to the Liberal Party of Canada, I think they're too crazy and they just want to push against everything. And in the end, that kind of bites them in the butt because, Canada isn't like a powerhouse. They're not like a powerhouse country like the United States. You can't just go mocking people and thinking like that's going to help you out because it's going to destroy you. Look what happened to Justin Trudeau. He's going to resign because of how much Trump is pushing against him. And I'm surprised Trump didn't do this back when he was the president, when Justin Trudeau was also in. Maybe because there was a lot of pushback from his administration and stuff. But now his administration fully supports what he's doing. But anyway, guys, I just want to talk to you guys about this today. Not tomorrow. The next couple of days, I'll have another video out for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that Senate prediction video. I won't be doing those every month, by the way. I just want to make that clear. I will not be doing those every month. I'll be doing them probably once every 3 months or so with those, and also maybe the governor predictions and stuff like that. I might do the 2028 presidential maybe once every 2 months or so, just for fun, just have fun sporadic videos for you guys, because I know some of you really like the prediction videos, and then there's some of you that like the more in-depth videos. So we'll get into all of that on this channel eventually. It's going to be a lot of fun when Trump becomes president. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to be very excited to post all kinds of political videos for you guys. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. And let me know in the comments how you feel about this video, what videos you want going forward. And just remember to watch that tier list video. That was a really awesome video to make if you guys want to watch that. Actually, I will link it at the end of this video right here. You'll see it on the screen. I'll actually put it on the screen for you guys because it was a hard video to make. But it's also a really, really fun educational video that just shows me to talk about each pick when it comes to that. So it is a really fun video to watch. If I can put 2 videos, I'll put the prediction video and also that one as well. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.